What's good, B-Towns? It's your boy, Kit Can Raid. How did we get here? I received for Christmas last year a Hustler shirt. A Hustler netted shirt, the same one that Tyler Durden wears in the movie Fight Club. And I put it on and I looked like a string bag full of cream cheese. I've lost a lot of weight since then. I don't think that anybody other than Brad Pitt could pull that shirt off. But by Lord, we're going to try. I found supposedly Brad Pitt's diet and exercise regime for the movie. I thought we'd give it a go. It's old. Obviously, we've learned things since then. But also, if that's what he used to get into this shape, the shape that if you ask anyone, they're like, I would like to look like Brad Pitt in Fight Club. I mean, it's worth a go, right? So let's do that for a week. There's exact reps and weights. We'll see if he's stronger than me, weaker than me. It's just gonna be an interesting schedule. Let's do it. Let's jump right in and then figure out the rest as we go along. Day one. Day one, workout done, 4 pushes and a fly. 3 of those pushes were basically bench press, so not a particularly varied workout, very much in that 90s bodybuilding fashion. Choose a body part and annihilate it once a week. Of course, now it's well documented that exercising a muscle elevates protein synthesis in that muscle group for around 48 hours, after which it returns to baseline. So if you work out a muscle group once a week, you're getting 2 days of that elevated protein synthesis, more growth, and 5 days of wasted time. And that is why I'm all for full body workouts 3 or 4 times a week, and bonus sessions if you want to focus on a body part or a skill or whatever. Back to Brad. I wouldn't say that I've learned anything today other than Brad Pitt bench presses more than me, and there's no surprise there. I came up shy a few reps on the last set, but I pushed myself. The intensity, the proximity to failure was there. Always nice to get a pump. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Hello. Just finished back day, Tuesday. 3 sets, 25 pull-ups to fatigue. Whatever the hell to fatigue means. Like, is that a little bit tired? Is that completely dead? And also, it says 25 pull-ups. It's either to fatigue or it's 25 pull-ups. The other 3 exercises were a lot more sensible than yesterday. There was lat pull downs, seated rows, and T-bar rows. Instead of having reps, it was just weights. So I went sort of RPE 8. Great day, really enjoyed it, love working back. Nothing bad to say about it, really. If you're doing this, you don't have to do it like I've done it
to the program exactly. Choose weights that are suitable for you. Make sure you note it down. Whatever amount of reps you get, make sure you get more next time. Whatever amount of weight you get, if you're blasting into a range that you think is too many, up your weight a bit. That's if I even recommend this week by the end of the week. I have a feeling I won't. I mean, just looking at it, it doesn't make any sense in 2020. But it is hella fun. So that's that. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, we've avoided talking about this long enough. Let's get on to his diet, because it is sus. Breakfast, eggs, great. 6 egg whites, 7 egg yolks. Huh? What? Excuse me? Why on earth would you remove 1 egg white? Do you know how many calories there are in 1 egg white? It's 17. 17 calories. 17 calories of pure protein. If you're going to remove something, remove the yolk. That's where the calories are. That's where all the fat is. That's also where all the nutrition is. And I'm not saying avoid egg yolks. In the first stage of my diet, I was eating 6 to 8 whole eggs a day. It's all good. But let's say he has a nutritionist, and that nutritionist decided he needed all the healthy fats and nutrition of 7 egg yolks. What kind of absolute spanner would be like 6 egg whites, yes, but I take offense at that 7th. Those 17 calories, that 4 gram protein, that is too far. Scoop it out. The mind boggles. So with his eggs, he's having 75 grams of oatmeal with raisins. No problem with that. Oats, great source of carbs. Raisins taste nice if you like them. And they give you that sugar power to get your shit together. I'm sure it was a pretty hectic schedule, assuming he's training throughout the movie making process. So that breakfast is going to be around 850 calories. That's 71 grams of carbs, 64 grams of protein, and 39 grams of fat. Okay. The plan says he was on sub 2,000 calories, and there's 7 meals in the plan. We're 1 meal in, and we're nearly halfway through the calories. I smell a rat. It also says occasionally Pitt would replace the eggs with a protein shake if his schedule was tight. Now, I don't know if that means he had a protein shake instead of eggs and oats, or he had a protein shake and oats. But either way, he's replacing 850 calories and 65 grams of protein that he has to chew with 100 calories, 20 grams of protein that he doesn't have to chew. That's not good for the brain, and that's just not something people do. You don't swap a beef Wellington for a Snacker Jack. That is sus. Mid-morning snack, tin tuna in a whole wheat pita bread. Let's assume that's 1 whole tin of tuna in a dry ass whole wheat pita bread. Low fat, high protein, some carbs. That's a more sensible size if we're eating 7 times a day. It clocks in around 250 calories, 33 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, and 26 grams of carbs. That's fine. Lunch. 2 chicken breasts. Now, Fight Club was filmed in LA, so we can assume they're American-sized chicken breasts, you know, like real big Babylons. Let's assume 400 grams. That's 420 odd calories for the chicken, 96 grams of protein. He had it with 75 to 100 grams of brown rice or pasta, assuming that's cooked weight. We're looking at around 100 calories. Green veggies, 40 calories, maybe. Fine. Boring, but fine. That meal's fine. It's just fine. Mid-afternoon snack, pre-workout, a protein bar or a whey protein shake and a banana. So that's possibly the second protein shake of the day. Let's say it's a 1 scooper, about 100 calories, about 20 grams of protein and 100 calories worth of banana. And then post-workout, he's gonna really enjoy this. It's a whey protein shake and a banana. So that's shake number 3, 1 scooper, 100 calories, 20 grams of protein and 100 calories of banana. Dinner time, hooray. What have we got on the menu? Something special? It's grilled fish or chicken with brown rice and pasta. So basically lunch again. Same stats, boring, but fine. But here it comes. Evening snack time, all right? Last meal of the day. He's been on this heavy diet all day. Needs something, just, you know, something to live for. He's having a protein shake. I mean, it's casein. It's casein this time, which is the first actual decent bit of advice I've seen in this whole diet plan. A slow digesting protein before bed is gonna help you retain muscle if you're on low calories. I wouldn't have it in a protein shake, but you can, but it's much easier to get from something like cottage cheese, or more delicious if you get it from skyr. It does say sometimes he would have cottage cheese. It doesn't say how much. I mean, cottage cheese is not a treat, I don't think. Either way, that means sometimes he's having 4 protein shakes a day. So you're trying to tell me the 70-kilogram man is taking 4 protein shakes a day. He's eating sub 2,000 calories, and some days he's barely chewing any of those. Rubbish. Complete rubbish. The maths don't add up. Plus, shooting took 4 months. You obviously had to be in shape before that. There is no way that you could drink 4 protein shakes a day for 7 to 8 months and there not be one rumour of you explosively evacuating your bowels into your tight leather pants. And not one treat, not one objectively enjoyable meal in 8 months for someone who's starving. Now supposedly Brad Pitt was paid $17.5 million for the film. I would do some disgusting, depraved things for $17.5 million, but I would also spend some of those dollars on a nutritionist who knew what the hell he was talking about. Until God's only Brad Pitt tells me this is what he ate, I can't believe it. This is not a diet plan. This is miserable. This is designed to do 2 things: to sell you protein shakes and to persuade you that there's someone else who has the secret, like 6 egg whites and 7 egg yolks that you need to get shredded, and you won't be able to do it without them, so you need to give them your money. I've talked a bunch about getting lean in the past. I won't belabor the point, but it's not that hard. And this is definitely not how you should do it. So it's day 3, shoulders. The whole plan has been written really quite weirdly, because day 1, we had sets, weights, and reps in a way that made sense for a specific person, Bradley Pitt, on a specific day. The intensity goes up and the reps come down. Perfect, like that, why not? Not perfect for me because I'm not Bradley Pitt on a specific day. Day 2, we've done away with reps, and I'm fine with that. Weight's still going up, but now it's to fatigue. That's better for a more generic plan that everyone can follow, because you just go until you've got 1 or 2 left in the tank and you're guaranteed results out of every set. Today, we got 1 weight, 3 exercises, 3 sets. So you do that 1 weight and there's no balancing of intensity and volume. And it's also weird because the weights, 25 kilograms on an Arnold press, doesn't sound too bad. But some of the other exercises in the past 2 days have been pretty bad. Unless they're writing 25 kilograms in either hand, but then you wouldn't write it like that, would you? Because if you did a dumbbell bench press with 45 kilogram dumbbells, you'd say, I bench pressed 90 kilograms. You wouldn't say, I bench pressed 45 kilograms. That's just not how people say it. So weird one. Anyway, we got 3 sets, no warm-up, Arnold press, lateral raises and front raises. Now, days 1 and 2, we had some calisthenics to warm up. Day 3, none of that. Don't know why. I'm gonna do that because I value being in one piece. So we're gonna do some pike push-ups for warming up the shoulders, getting some blood in there, getting prepared, and then we'll head into it as Bradley Pitt wants it done. All right, see you then. It's day 4, arm day. Who doesn't love arm day? I can't say I train a lot of arms. You could tell. We got increasing weights, which is great. Preacher curls, easy curls, hammer curls, and push downs. That's 3 for the bicep and 1 for the tricep. I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's 2 heads of a bicep and 3 heads of a tricep. So there's more mass in your arm that is tricep than it is bicep. So if you're trying to get chunky arms, it makes more sense to work the triceps more than the biceps. This is another thing that makes me suspicious that this is Bradley Pitt's very own workout and some guy just didn't just write it out and Lots of websites have picked it up. Either 1999 Brad Pitt didn't have a good trainer, or this is not Brad Pitt's workout, but I'm enjoying it and it's arm day, so I'm not going to go, not doing arms, thank you very much. I'm doing exactly as they say. Again, no warm-up, don't really like that, so what we're going to do is a ladder. We're going to do 1 push-up, 1 pull-up, 2 push-ups, 2 pull-ups, 3 push-ups, 3 pull-ups, etc. until we're feeling good and warm. Let's do it. Like I said, that's too much biceps and not enough triceps. I am feeling pumped, which is terrific. I mean, it works, but is that more about the execution than anything else? Probably. I did a lot of static holds for my last rep of each set. I did a lot of cheat reps for the last couple of reps of each exercise. Do I think it's sensibly written out? Not really. Maybe it would have been better to do a linear, a parallel, and a reverse grip, and then 3 exercises for the tricep also. So I don't think well written, but no, that's all I gotta say. Also, saying that I didn't get anywhere near his weight on the push downs, I'm saying that on my machine, that weight on the push downs seemed inappropriate considering the weight of the bicep stuff. But on machines, the one machine and another machine don't offer the same resistance. Like, I have the cheapest machine possible. I'm sure there's a lot of friction in the thing moving up and down. You get a more expensive machine, they want to make you feel good, so they kind of make it easier to lift more weights. I'm not saying every machine, and maybe Bradley Pitt has got incredible triceps and that's why he only needs 1 set. A workout program, unless it's very generic, isn't going to be for everyone. So this is bad for me. Is it bad for Brad Pitt? Probably, but possibly not. Day 4 down. It's day 5 and we are on to the ab workout. And by ab workout, I mean cardio. There is nothing I hate as much as running on a treadmill, but it says run on a treadmill for an hour at 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. I don't think that's humanly possible, but then Brad Pitt, is he human? He is remarkably good looking, and he also seems to be getting more good looking. I don't trust him. It says run, I better run. So that was an hour at 12 on this thing. That's the maximum speed this one will do, and thank the Lord. About 15 minutes in, I felt that the roller, the treadmill, the belt. I was running barefoot for the first 15 minutes, and then actually the belt was getting really, really hot. So I hopped off, stuck on some shoes, hopped back on, and then as my foot cooled, I realized that that heat was masking pain, and that pain, I think, is an enormous blister. So I just thought we'd deal with it at the end, and now it's the end, so let's investigate. It's one of those that feels
worse than it looks, but if you touch it, you know, you can tell that the level of skin is separated from the level of skin below. So we'll see how that affects tomorrow's 1 hour at 12 on the treadmill. I'll tell you what my Apple Watch thinks I did. Average pace, 10.3 miles. Average heart rate, 163. Between 98 and 204. That's awful to experience, but good for trying to reach Brad Pitt's impossible 80 to 90% heart rate max for an hour without dying. So I'm pleased with that, considering I hate treadmill. And I'd like to say, this plan is not optimal. If you are trying to get Brad Pitt's body, this plan isn't the way I do it. It is not the most optimal, but that doesn't mean it's not the most appropriate for Brad Pitt and his schedule. He might like getting all of his cardio done in 2 days, back to back, rest of the week, don't have to worry about it. I would rather do 20 minutes every day for 3 days rather than an hour in one go on one day, because the sum calories burnt will be, if not identical, so close that it does not matter at all. Especially if you're like, instead of an hour on one day, you did like 23 minutes a day, you know, so that your bulk amount of peak heart rate is the same, you know, so you got your minute and a half warm up, cool down sort of thing. I got cardio brain. Peace.
So cardio again, is it, Brad?
That's right.
What is it you want to do?
Surprise me.
Righto.
I ran until my muscles burned and my veins pumped battery acid. Then I ran some more.
So we spent a week on Brad Pitt's Fight Club workout. He would rest on a Sunday and do the whole thing again on repeat forever. We discussed his diet, which I was not willing to do because I enjoy enjoying life. I'm already on a diet, I'm making great progress, and his sounds equal parts miserable and fictitious. What did I think about the plan? Let's be real, I will eat my fist if this is actually what the Pitt did to get in shape. I get not working legs, maybe. I mean, he's always got trousers on, except that he's trying to be lean, and legs is his biggest muscle group, burns a lot of energy. Working them would provide a nice boost to testosterone and growth hormone, which would help him build muscle elsewhere. But this is Hollywood, so I'm sure chemical assistance was available to him if he wanted it. Aside from that, visible gnarly abs are such a big part of his character's physicality, and he used that horrible diet to get lean, to get him showing. No one thought to include some ab training to make them bigger, to make them easier to see. There's a lot of punching in this movie. No one thought that triceps was important, the thing that makes up the majority of your upper arm. The weights were all over the place, the exercise selection was all skewed, the actual structure of the plan was all over the place. There was 2 consecutive days of hellish cardio. Break it up, bruv. It makes no difference. And you expect me to believe that the best trainer money could buy in 1999 put him on a single body part a day, once a week split, for somebody that obviously wants the results fast, or at least the best results possible within the time that he's got to prepare for the movie? Rubbish. Utter rubbish. This ain't the Pitt's plan. No way. I will say that I enjoyed doing it very much, except for the cardio, which was hell. Not my usual style of training, not the way I'd split up my workouts if it was. But it was fun. I could see myself throwing in a little specificity session in the morning on top of my usual evening workouts, which is secret. That's what I did this week anyway. I kept my usual training schedule and just added all this in the mornings. I have felt absolutely battered, of course, but I wanted to give it a go, and I wanted to get in this shirt. I still don't think I can pull it off. I do not recommend this training or diet regime. The training is not going to see you get the results you want in the time you want it. It's very, very not optimal, and the diet is miserable. You don't need all that crap. You need to be in a calorie deficit and get more than 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day, and eat things you enjoy. and then eventually it'll just happen. How this made it to GQ and Men's Health, I have no idea. Oh, wait, yes I do. Those publications are 2/3 adverts and 1/3 turd. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get in Fight Club shape, I have a ton of videos on diet and exercise. Subscribe, have a peruse. I've got a ton more on the way. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I will do my best to get back to you. And as always, my friends, get them gains. Be well.